Join me as I try to keep up with Faith Kipyegon as she crushes the 5,000 meters heat in Paris 2024. The 5,000 meters heat is always one of the most anticipated events in the Olympic Games, and Paris 2024 is no exception. We've got a stacked field of talented athletes all vying for a spot in the final, but there's one name that stands out from the rest: Faith Kipyegon. With a reputation for excellence and a string of impressive performances under her belt, Faith is undoubtedly one of the favorites to take home the gold. And when you look at her impressive resume, it's easy to see why. She's a former Olympic champion, a world champion, and has broken records left and right. She's the real deal, and everyone in the athletics world knows it. But Faith isn't just a talented athlete, she's also an inspiration to millions of people around the world. Her dedication, work ethic, and perseverance in the face of adversity are an inspiration to anyone who's ever pursued a dream. And as we get ready to watch her take on the 5,000 meters heat, we can't help but feel a sense of excitement and anticipation. Faith's been training hard in the lead-up to these Olympics, putting in the miles and the sweat to ensure she's in top form. And it's not just physical training, she's also been working on her mental game, perfecting her strategy and preparing herself for every possible scenario. With a fierce determination in her eyes, she's ready to take on the world. As we look at the field of competitors, it's clear that Faith has her work cut out for her. There are plenty of talented athletes looking to dethrone her, including some up-and-coming stars who are hungry for their first Olympic medal. We've got seasoned pros who've been around the block a few times, as well as some fresh faces looking to make a name for themselves. But despite the stiff competition, Faith is confident in her abilities. She's been in this situation before, and she knows exactly what it takes to come out on top. With her signature blend of speed, endurance, and tactical nous, she's ready to take on anyone who gets in her way. One of the things that sets Faith apart from the rest is her incredible endurance. She's got the ability to maintain a blistering pace over long distances, conserving energy while still pushing herself to the limit. It's a skill that's taken years to develop, and one that's served her well in competitions around the world. As the starting gun fires, the crowd erupts in cheers as the athletes burst out of the blocks. It's a frenetic pace from the get-go, with everyone jostling for position as they settle into their rhythm. Faith takes her place at the front of the pack, her eyes fixed on the prize as she sets a scorching tempo. From the very start, it's clear that Faith is in a league of her own. She's got a fluid stride, her feet barely touching the ground as she glides around the track. The competition is struggling to keep up, their faces contorted with effort as they try to stay in touch. As the laps tick by, Faith begins to assert her dominance. She's got a silky smooth pace that's impossible to match, her rivals starting to falter as they blow up under the pressure. The commentators are going wild, their voices hoarse from shouting as they try to keep up with the action. In the final lap, Faith kicks it up another gear. She's got a fierce determination in her eyes, her face set in a fierce snarl as she goes all out for the win. The crowd is on its feet, the atmosphere electric as she crosses the line in a blistering time. The reaction is immediate. The crowd erupts in cheers, the commentators are shouting themselves hoarse, and Faith's face is etched with a mix of relief and elation. She's done it again, proving why she's one of the greatest athletes of all time. As Faith takes her victory lap, waving to the crowd and basking in the adoration of the Parisian faithful, we can't help but feel a sense of awe at what we've just witnessed. She's a true champion, a master of her craft who's proven once again why she's the one to beat. But what does this victory mean for Faith's career? Is this the springboard she needs to launch herself to even greater heights, or is it just the beginning of an incredible Olympic journey? With the 5,000 meters final still to come, we can't wait to see what Faith has in store for us. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you've got thoughts on Faith's dominating performance, be sure to let us know in the comments below. And if you want to see more videos on Olympic athletes, be sure to check out our channel for a whole lot more.